Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Alex. I hope all is good with you today. So we can see this story doing the rounds. Lady Antonia Fraser has been dissing Meghan and Harry, another in a long line of establishment mouthpieces who are paraded out to continue the media smear campaign against them. You'll notice so many of them are lords or ladies, or have OBEs or MBEs, etc. Antonia Fraser is an author, 90 years old, and we can see where her allegiances are. Fraser was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire, CBE, in the 1999 birthday honours and promoted to Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire, a DBE, in the 2011 New Year honours for services to literature. She was appointed to a member of the Order of the Companions of Honour, CH, in the 2018 New Year honours for services to literature. So as you can see, she is weighed down with honours from the Queen and the royal family, so it's not a surprise she's wheeled out to badmouth Meghan and Harry, because as we all know, the royal family see Meghan and Harry as a threat, as they have shown by leaving and becoming financially independent. It is highlighted that the public do not need to be funding the royal family, worth over an estimated 88 billion. They don't need to be funding them with mandatory taxes from their hard-earned wages. It's outrageous when you think about it. Here we see, worse than a crime, Meghan blasted over Oprah interview by top British royal historian. Meghan Markle's decision to be interviewed by Oprah Winfrey was blasted as worse than a crime by a leading British royal historian. It continues, Lady Antonia Fraser, a renowned historian whose books include works on Mary Queen of Scots and Oliver Cromwell, was scathing in her criticism of the decision to grant the interview. She told the Daily Telegraph, "Now, I'm afraid appearing on Oprah Winfrey was worse than a crime. It was a mistake. I just wish vainly she'd shut up, and Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. I'd like to see another photograph by the Duchess of Cambridge rather than read another thing about Prince Harry." The thing with these people who tell others to shut up and say incredibly exaggerated phrases like, "it's worse than a crime," is they never bother to explain themselves, they just trot out these silly phrases. How is it worse than a crime to do an interview and explain your side of the story? How is it a crime to recorrect the lies of the mainstream media, lies that are constantly planted in the press by anonymous sources, all for the prime reason of manufacturing negative headlines to smear their name? How is that a crime? What she is trying to say is that there is no such thing as free speech, and that no one is allowed to criticise the royal family, no matter what they do. Even if they are the perpetrators of a crime, they are not allowed to speak badly of them at all. That's what she is trying to say. This Fraser woman also claims to have blue blood herself. It says here, Lady Fraser boasts some blue blood herself, being the daughter of the 7th Earl of Longford. She was married to the British playwright Harold Pinter, a former Nobel laureate. Lady Fraser revealed she had originally a positive opinion of the Duchess and had tried to reach out to her when she first arrived. She said she wrote Meghan a letter and sent it to Frogmore Cottage, where the royal couple were then living. However, the letter was returned and seemingly had not been read by the intended recipient. Lady Fraser said, "I sent the letter to Frogmore." So this sounds more like the complaints of someone who is miffed off that they were ignored. That letter she sent was probably a fishing exercise in the first place. It wouldn't surprise. She was probably fishing for some form of contact, which would then be later used for some form of negative report. Looks like Meghan and Harry read her like a book and didn't bother replying, and now she has resorted to insulting them, which was probably always going to be the case. But Meghan's fans are not putting up with this, it says here. Meghan Markle fans have fired back at Lady Antonia Fraser for telling the Duchess to shut up. The author told The Telegraph, "Now, I'm afraid appearing on Oprah Winfrey was worse than a crime. It was a mistake. I just wish vainly she'd shut up, and Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. I'd like to see another photograph by the Duchess of Cambridge rather than read another thing about Prince Harry." One Twitter user replied and said that interview will be successful because you are still talking about it. Well done, Princess Meghan and Prince Harry, and they haven't even said 1% of what really happened behind closed doors. It was worse, the abuse and hostility. Another user told Lady Fraser to leave them alone and to stop interfering with other people's lives. Another user also suggested Lady Fraser is mad because Oprah was chosen for that exclusive interview and not her.